Video 5 will explain how to complete a waste order. When a waste order is received on the tablet, somewhere between 3 and 6 messages are received. The tablet will immediately prompt the driver if he or she would like to start the trip. The response to this message should be yes if the current order is completed, or no if the current order has not yet been completed. In order to preview the new order, the driver can view the order details by accessing the messages received in the inbox by clicking on the icon. Each individual message will identify what the driver is to do in the trip, where they begin empty, where they load, where they unload, as well as other necessary information including the address, reference numbers, notes, etc. Drivers should continue to scroll through the inbox until there are no more unread messages. To start the new order, the driver would select the workflow icon. The system will then display received orders. If the driver is ready to start their order, they may select the start icon at the bottom left of the screen. The driver then needs to go back into their workflow by selecting the workflow icon. The workflow stop screen will then display each segment of the order the driver must complete: begin bobtail, hook preloaded, final drop loaded can, hook empty can, drop empty can, and end bobtail. These segments must be completed in the proper sequence. To start the order, the driver will select the begin bobtail segment and then select arrive at the bottom left of the screen. The equipment transport home screen will then display. When the driver is ready to leave the location where they began bobtail, they must select the workflow icon again and select depart at the bottom left of the screen. The driver can then move on to the first stop in their order. This same procedure then holds true for every stop on the driver's order. When the driver arrives at the new location, he must select Arrived from the workflow screen. Selecting this item when the driver arrives makes the system record the time the driver completed this action. If the driver waits until they're ready to depart to select both Arrive and Depart, the result will be an inaccurate order that shows the driver arrived and departed within very few minutes of each other. On the hook preloaded can segment, when the driver selects Arrive, the tablet will then display the pickup screen for waste, and the driver must complete the following fields: trailer or can number, trucking manifest, which is our ET manifest number, waste manifest, which is given to you at your pickup location. Once the form is completed, the driver must select Send from the bottom left of the screen. You will then be placed in the Messages folder. Go back to the home screen to depart from your location. The next stop selected is the final drop loaded segment. When the driver arrives at the location, they must click into the workflow and select Arrive. This action will again display the Pickup Info Waste screen, and the driver must complete the following fields: tons, scale ticket number, as well as optional sections including the site operator name and any comments you want to include in the order. You will then click Send and be redirected to the Messages screen again. When the driver is ready to leave the location for their current order segment, they must select the workflow icon again and select Depart at the bottom left of the screen. The driver can then move on to the next stop of their order. The next legs in the order are hook empty and drop empty. The driver should populate all fields and hit Arrive and Depart for their trips. You will then be left with the final stop, End Bobtail, where you will need to arrive and depart from as well. The driver can now move on to their next order or start the logout process. Thanks for watching video 5. Please see video 6 to learn how to log in a second driver.